So, do you have any special dietary needs, or are you allergic to any type of food, for example?
I have pretty severe intolerances for gluten, corn, potatoes, soy, and coffee, and I'm mildly intolerant to rice and quinoa, and I can't have dairy for 6 months, and I'm also a very strict vegetarian, so it really limits me.
Okay. Um, can you maybe talk a little bit about the like what does it mean to be intolerant or like to have this severe intolerance? Like what happens if you like consume any of these products?
So the difference between an allergy and intolerance is for allergies, you can have an immediate outward reaction and it can actually result in death if it's something like a very severe peanut allergy. But for me, having a severe intolerance means that it affects how my body works, so my metabolism, my digestion, as well as a lot of psychological problems. And if you eat things you're not supposed to, you become lethargic, depressed, it affects everything.
Are these long-term or short-term effects? Like, do you see this, I don't know, like, for example, if you eat food one day that has any of these ingredients, then, like...
You feel the physical for a day, so you'll feel sick for a day, but if it's compounded, if you keep doing it over a long period of time, the psychological effects can be very detrimental.
Okay. So how many times per week do you eat in the surgery?
Almost never. I actually got off the meal plan, but every once in a while, my friends will buy me something at the salad bar.
Okay. So I guess you're not satisfied with food in the surgery.
Definitely not.
Okay. So why did you get off the meal plan?
I got off the meal plan originally. At that point, I didn't know about these intolerances, but I was still a vegetarian, and the options they gave us just weren't very adequate. It was always lots and lots of carbs, and the salad doesn't even really taste fresh. The fruits aren't really the best quality. The nutrition was just pretty bad, and I felt that I could cook better on my own.
Okay. Um, did did you feel that your health was somehow affected, or like academic performance, for example, because of food in the surgery, like when you ate?
Definitely,
Or...
because at home, one of the things I looked forward to every day was home cooked meals. And so when you would go down into the servery and be waiting for something good to eat, and then you just see that all of the options are either disgusting or completely unhealthy, it was very demotivating.
Okay. Um, okay, so do you have any suggestions on how to improve food in the surgery? How to make it better, maybe more inclusive for people that have these like conditions that you just mentioned?
I think it's very important. I've noticed that they've started putting all of the ingredients on certain things, and I think they need to do that to an even higher extent. But then, being gluten intolerant, I saw that even in their lentils, which I was really excited to eat, they even put gluten in there. Why would you need gluten there? So they should try to recognize what the most frequent intolerances are, and especially for vegan people, they've started making separate meals, so they should kind of try a little bit harder if they can to make it more inclusive like that.
Great. Okay. Do you know if the university has done, or Apetito has done anything so far to be more inclusive, like to...
I know for the vegans that they started doing the stir fry thing, and I know there's a lot of talks, but I really haven't seen a difference in the quality of the food or the quality of the things that they're buying us, nutrition-wise and health-wise.
Okay.
Were you in contact with the food committee?
I was not. I just decided that it wasn't worth it. I wanted my money back, and then I would use that money to cook for myself.
Okay, so did you get the money back from the university?
Yes, and now so every semester I pay about €1,000 less, and I use that money in order to buy food for myself.
Okay.
However, those financial situations always depend on how much you pay by yourself and how your financial packet looks like.
Exactly.
So
So
it's not a general thing.
yeah.
Depends on the case.
So yeah, so do you know if, for example, anybody who wants to go off the meal plan because of these reasons can actually get the money back, or
The really unfortunate thing about what our administration is doing to people is that I'm very fortunate because I don't have any grants or loans. I was able to get off it very, very easily. I went to Schmidtmann, he wrote me a note, I talked to the college masters, it was totally fine. But I have another friend who's got even more restrictions than I do, but she has a very small grant. So she cannot get off of it because the university says, oh, if we're giving you this money, then you should be able to pay for whatever. So you can still get off the meal plan, but you don't get any of the money back.
okay, good. So we were thinking of proposing, like, of course, solutions to this problem, and one of the solutions that we came up with was having. So first of all, having like days in which they only cook gluten-free food or vegetarian food, and then eventually push to have an entire gluten-free organic surgery. Do you think this is feasible? Do you agree with this project? Would you like to have a survey that offers like different kinds of options?
Of course, I would love to have that, but in terms of feasibility, because of the price, you see how much we're paying for crap quality. If we wanted organic and gluten-free, that would be super expensive, and the university's just not going to do that for us. So at the same time, it would be nice to have more options for people, like healthier options for the vegetarians, less carbs, less potatoes, such like that. But I think since most people don't have intolerances or allergies or special needs like that, it doesn't make sense to have things be everything vegetarian. Like there should be still one meat option because everybody's different and not everyone should be penalized for other people's inabilities.
Okay.
So you rather stand for individual solutions than a general
Yeah,
solution?
I don't think it's possible. I think it's like a utopian thing. It would be a great idea, but just based on how seemingly disorganized everything is here, it would take so much more money. And I would just encourage the university for people that can prove that they have intolerances or allergies, people should be able to get off of the meal plan and get all of that money back. And then maybe start like a co-op type of thing where one person cooks a giant meal for everybody because it's really hard to cook every single day. But if you had more people doing it, then it might make a better system.
Yeah.
Do you actually have a group of students that are kind of organizing each other or that come together and talk about their allergies or intolerances in order to change something?
Oh, definitely no. I know of like a couple other people who have intolerances and allergies, but on a large scale. Oh, you do?
No,
Oh,
just
no,
look at
sorry. But oh, sorry. But yeah. So for the most part, I have no idea who has what. We're not really a community on campus.
Okay. Anything else? I think we got like pretty good